who's coming across the line, doing it very, very easily. And you want to watch him over the weekend. He's going to enter into about 2 Ironman. That's the junior and senior Ironman, besides the junior ski and probably the swimming races also. So it's Grant Kenny of Alexander Headlands here in Queensland. And he's a strong tip for the junior Ironman throughout the to be held tomorrow. He'll be closely pursued by another very strong junior, and that's Kearsley from City of Perth in Western Australia.
Well, Kearsley, in fact, performed so well yesterday by winning the junior surf race in the interstate competition.
Yes, and we're waiting now for the start of the junior teams, and I understand that Kearsley is swimming in the junior teams for the City of Perth, and we saw him swim so well yesterday. So,
well, I see an event scheduled for 2:30 just walking onto the beach now. There's the City of Perth boat crew going out, and it's right on time as the junior team competitors come out. And we've mentioned here some of the class swimmers in this race. We have Kearsley, the Western Australian who did so well. Craig Riddington swimming for the Manly Club. We have the Freshwater group who must be favourites of this race. This is a team of Bog, Dunn and Ford. And I think O'Byrne swims in the junior race, doesn't he, John, in place of Carroll in the junior team. But Freshwater, after winning that senior surf team's race, are backing up now in about 20 minutes, and they're all back there again to see if they can complete the double. I don't think they've won the cadet race, even though they had first and second. We're just awaiting that result, and now the juniors will be in the water.
Surf Teams Championship, they're just entering the water. They've got about a 20-metre swim across green water, then they come to this edge of the surf bank where the water is just running off and running into the gutter going south and running out of channel where the ski paddlers went. So these swimmers, very capable swimmers, and of course very good surfers, will have no difficulty in handling it. And watch the different style as the swimmers go out. We see Southport moving out there very, very strongly in the front at this stage and swimming very, very well. It looks like Watson of Southport is in front at the moment. Watson is the strongest swimmer in the Southport's club, and he's swimming very, very strongly up there in front in this junior surf team's race.
He's getting a long way off course, John. He's swimming in the wrong direction. He's going away, a long way away from the boys.
Yes, but Norman, just what he's doing there is using the gutter we mentioned a little earlier, using it to an advantage. Now, if he comes back now, switches a left immediately after that break, he should be able to go crossing green water, which is very smooth out there, and move back. Because when you go back further to the rest of the teams on the bank, they're actually in the middle of that hole where the water is running off, and they're having difficulty getting to the bank, and they can't get it. But there's Watson straightening up now, and he put himself at a disadvantage in the start. Now, if he's got the speed, he most certainly can move out there. But moving up very, very fast is Kearsley from City of Perth, and he's moved right up into calculations at the moment on the inside of Watson. So those swimmers on the southern side of the beach most certainly got an advantage, but Watson just held that course a little bit too long. If you could follow the water around, the white water, he could have come in behind that bank and had his advantage, held his advantage instead of losing it by having to swim so far out. Most certainly he's in front, but he's got about 10 metres to come across to the boys. Coming up onto the boys now, we can see the swimmers there from City of Perth. That's Kearsley from the City of Perth. They're swimming very, very strong, moving right up to the first can now. Going around the can now. Now Watson, who had that big lead, has just reached that can. He's running into third position.
Now, this is the swimmer in front who won the interstate surf race yesterday, and he's somebody we didn't know that much about, and he won it very well indeed.
No, as they come through now, it is still the swimmers are swimming very, very strongly.
Last turning boy in the Junior Surf Teams Championship. We see Allura.
Well, we had a bit of a sound problem there, John. I think we're back on the air now.
Yes, and while we were changing, there has been a change in the lead. Coming through on the inside is Allura, who's swum very, very strongly and has run very nicely behind the boy and has come through at the rate of knots. And the lead has changed quite dramatically because we also have Point Leo coming up and swimming very, very strongly just behind Allura. And there's going to be a lot of excitement as the teams get very close to this bank area.
Well, over in the ski race at the present time, we see a wave coming up, and here's a
came
hole.
from nowhere, and of course we've got about 7 competitors on it. Some are having difficulty holding it. Southport are most certainly on it, and it's getting the best of the run. In fact, Southport is the only team that got it and ran it as far as he possibly could, but it's put all competitors in the middle of the break, and because there is a wave again after that, and they're spread out everywhere. What a field. It could be the upset of the weekend. Coming through very nicely on the other side is Riddington of Manly, riding it like his father Max, and he's got a good position, but it's a little bit farther north in the area than he should be. He's a long way, and he's got a channel that's going to run him out, but they're perfectly positioned and rode that wave well, but it dropped him in a bad area. At the moment, it is Southport. Then a little bit further back to Freshwater have come into calculation, but Woolabara right up there also. And we'll keep our eyes open for Riddington, who's a long way over and is in the middle of the hole, and we can see the difficulties having trying to get out of it. But coming through very nicely now is Southport, and most certainly that'll be the first one. But here's another wave behind him. It's going to bring up all the competitors right on him at Southport and Freshwater. And coming through behind him is Trigg Island and Manly again. All the competitors are onto the beach and up to running. Riddington, but it's Freshwater around the line first. Southport over the line first, then Freshwater.